Okay, I wanted to show how to tat as if you were a knitter and use knitting terms. This is a size 3 tatting needle, and this is cotton yarn. I got both at Joann's. This side here leads to the cone, and this is your tail. So, I'm not sure if that was out of frame, but this is your tail, and this leads to the cone. So, a person, when they just learn knitting, there's a basic cast on it. It looks like this. Then you do it almost backwards to get the second half of the square knot. Square knot is the basic stitch that's used in tatting. There's others, but it's one of the main ones. And you don't count the 2 stitches on top, but you count the nub here at the bottom, and that counts as 1 stitch. So it'd be front and back 2, front and back 3, 1, 2, 3, front and back 4, and then to create a picot, put your finger here because you want to create a gap, and you do the front. You see the stretch there? 2, slide it down, and you have your picot. Now your pattern will read something along the lines of, if you're going to make a ring, it'll say R, and in this case it would say 4. So R, 1, 2, 3, 4. The picot would be a slash or a dash, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then picot, slash or dash, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would say 4 dash 4 dash 4 with an R at the beginning of the line. So 1, front and back is 2, sorry, front and back 3, front and back 4, then we do another picot, front and back 1, slide it down, front and back 2, front and back 3, front and back 4. Okay, now we want to make this a ring, so slide your fingers in because you don't want this hole to close up. And you pull your needle through. This might be a little bit more difficult because it's yarn. If you use thread, it tends to be a little bit easier. Find which string is your tail and pull it through. Now we have our ring here. We want to close this up to make a ring. Hold the last square knot that you did and pull, and it'll tighten up into your first ring. So the pattern would say R, 4 dash 4 dash 4, and because it's an R you would close it up. You knot the end of it to keep it secure. Then the next one might say CH, and that stands for chain. That's just like in crocheting. 1, or front, sorry, back 1, front and back 2, front and back 3. A little more yarn. Front and back 4. Let's create a picot in this chain. Front and back, the second set, first one of the second set. So if this is a chain, the pattern would read CH for chain, then 4 slash or dash, and then another 4. So front, back, 2, front, back, 3, front, back, 4. Now for a chain, you don't have to worry about this ring here at the bottom closing up. You pull it through. Again, find your tail. And then you tighten. And the tighter you do your chain, the more of a curve you'll get. And then knot it. Now the next one we'll do another ring and we'll join it here. So you do your basic cast on and knitting front for the front and take up the back, 1, front, back, 2, front, back, 3. I'll show a little bit slower here. The front wraps this way, the back wraps the other way. Let's create a picot here. We do our wrap to the front and pull the front thread, and then wrap to the back and take the back. Oops, let's put a picot in there. Actually, I forgot, we're going to be joining. Let's join to the first ring. And this part is kind of like crocheting. You go in and you pull up your loop. So, and that acts as a picot, but you're not creating one, you're just joining to the first one. Then we do the front and back, 1, front and back, 2, front and back, 3, front and back, 4. Now we create another picot, put the finger here, create our gap, 1. Let's pull it down a little bit, get the back, 2. So we have 1, 2, front and back, front and back. So we've got a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this time we do want to hang on to our ring. So let's put our fingers through and hold it. Pull. Find the tail. We close the ring here. Hold on to our last square knot there and tighten. Let's knot it. And there you have kind of like art or face. This is a ring, the chain, and the ring, and a join.